Hey, this is Max from Metal Sydney Metal.
What's up, man?
Is this Travis?
Yes.
Oh, hey, how are you, buddy?
What's going on?
I'm good. Are you alright to start everything?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Just letting you know beforehand, I run a radio show and a podcast. I'm a journalist, so I'm just going to be recording this call for transcription and podcasting, if that's okay with you.
Is it going to be transcribed, or are they going to hear my voice?
Ideally, I'd like to do both, as I run a YouTube podcast, if that's fine with you.
Sure.
Okay, cool. Thanks for that.
No problem.
Alright. Well, they say size doesn't matter, and in most cases I'm a martyr to that holy word, but I must admit my head is rolling, almost self-decapitating, over today's guest, from one of the biggest grime bands to come out of California. Today I talk to the terrific Travis Ryan of Cattle Decapitation. How are you, buddy?
Pretty good. How's it going?
I'm fantastic, man. I'm filled with butterflies just talking to you, if I'm being honest. Are you aware that there's a Christian singer-songwriter with the same name as you?
Oh, shit. Dude, you know what's weird about all that? That guy actually lives maybe 40 minutes from here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's bizarre. He lives, I live in Imperial Beach, California. He lives in the San Clemente, California, which is, just right up by this San Onofre power plant, actually. And, dude, it sucks. He's the main reason why I don't have a Facebook artist page. I can't. I've tried countless times to go and create one, for myself.
Yeah.
I'm in a band, but I would rather not engage on my fucking personal one with everybody. I'd like to be able to switch it over to like a artist page or some shit, and I can't. Facebook will not let me because of this dude. And
I do love the idea of him promoting himself at church and people going home to Google his name and stumbling across you. Just a nice.
Well, it's funny. We've had metal, or we've had like big news, Metal Injection or Metal Sucks or whoever. We've had them accidentally tag that guy before, thinking it was my page, and it's just funny because I wonder. I mean, it's just such a drastic difference. I'm very anti-organized religion.
Amen to that.
Vocal as fuck about it, and he's Johnny fucking, worship music kind of shit. It's very nauseating. Every other word's Jesus. And I found that guy's CD once at a thrift store for like $1, so I bought it. Just as a joke, whatever. Just because I thought it was funny.
Well, you do have some really interesting philosophies that, honestly, I could pick your brain about for hours. We seem to be on the same page of a lot of things. Thankfully, your new album does explore a lot of these issues. Most of your music seems to touch on issues of animal treatment and, as you put it, humanity's insignificance despite what we've convinced ourselves. First off, for the record, I agree.
I was feeling a little extra misanthropic that day when I said that.
Well, I agree. Humans are pretty overrated. Being biped's pretty cool, but we're just hairless monkeys. We're not that special. Got to agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
I am interested how you think the world would fare if overnight we do a Thanos snap and most of humanity disappears tomorrow.
Well, we'd be fucked. I mean, there's countless scenarios you could come up with, and who knows what's actually going to happen. That's why with the latest record, I left it a little open to interpretation. We don't really know what happened to the Earth. It was obviously something catastrophic. It could have been natural occurrences. It could have been man-made, and therein lies the whole point of the man's true insignificance. If you look out at the universe, you'll realize we're kind of just a little grain of sand. And our daily problems and issues that we think are so intense, I'm guilty. I'm not pulling myself out of this, but they truly are nothing at the end of the day. But whatever, a lot of my lyrics are mostly heavily based in metaphors of how we view the world, how we view its inhabitants and ourselves, other races, other countries, and especially, obviously, our dominion over animals, and or our attempt at such. So a lot of it I've always left a lot of stuff open to interpretation. I think that's helped because it doesn't close off any other type of person. It's pretty much for anybody to draw their conclusions. All of my lyrics always say we, us. I include myself and the band members, or however you want to put it, in with the rest of humanity. Never have once ever said we're better than anybody else.
No, of course not.
We're very much part of the problem.
But given the chance to, obviously your music reaches a lot of people, you've got a dedicated following, but if you could speak to, how many people exist now? 7.8 billion?
8 or so?
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
If you could send one message directly to every person on Earth, what would you be saying?
I guess that it's not just about you, there is a tomorrow for yourself and others. I mean, it's just we live so in the moment, and very, it's to the point where convenience must be a thing. We must have, convenience. At least shit. There's all sorts of walks of life. I come from a nice part of California. I really don't have much of a leg to stand on. I can only look at what's going on in the rest of the world and comment. And this is my angle at, death metal or extreme metal or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Of course, but you do reach a lot of people. I was telling my friend who's, he's a bit like you. He's an extremely skilled metal guitarist and he's a vegan. Fittingly enough, he's a fan of Cattle Decapitation. Are you conscious of that influence you have over your listeners, and does it have an effect on how you write?
It doesn't have an effect on how I write necessarily, but yes, I'm very conscious of it. I've been hearing shit past 20 or whatever years at least. People coming out ever since we started putting out records. Ever since the first record, at least that I was on, Human Jerky. I've had people coming up saying I changed the way they view things or the way they eat or whatever, this and that. And the only thing I have to impart to those people is I hope that they're looking in this stuff for themselves. Everybody's different, Everybody comes with their own sets of issues, their own parameters that they have to live their life, whether it's medical or financial or whatever. And really, it just comes down to be mindful. It's the most unmetal. I've always said this. Our lyrics are the core ingredient is personal responsibility, and that's the most unmetal thing an extreme metal band could fucking talk about, but at its core. But that's fine. I have a way of obviously not making it seem very bad.
Was that always the intention when you were deciding to join a metal band?
Absolutely not.
No?
Absolutely not. It was always, I've always said that it's a bizarre, the one thing that is not a very good vehicle for getting a message out there would be extreme metal or death metal, because, the one thing, you can't understand what the fuck the person's saying, ever. And two, people don't care. They want to bang their heads and they want to fucking pit and they want to feel that aggression. Nobody really wants to be preached to, and I feel like I never preached. I present images and ideas, and people take away from it what they will. The biggest misconception is that we are a preachy, pedo fucking warrior band or some shit. That's an extremely huge misconception. It's just people that aren't reading the lyrics and they're going off of 20-year-old press releases. Really.
Right. Well, your 2006 album was titled Karma Bloody Karma. Do you believe in the concept of karma? Are we going to get what we deserve?
Okay. I am mostly an atheist. I don't know what to think about karma necessarily. I think what karma is scientifically would be just a manifestation in the back of somebody's subconscious that
like a realization of consequence.
How they're going to treat things, or how they're going to live their life. I mean, I don't know. I think there's it's the devil on the person's shoulder and the angel on the other shoulder. You know, fuck. It's a hard question to answer. As a person who's very not religious, and to be honest, to be quite brutally, painfully obvious, Karma Bloody Karma was actually a plan B. And we changed the concept, the cover, and the name while we were mixing the album. So, I'm not saying that it wasn't a fully realized idea. I'm just saying that it was more for, I guess, more so for imagery purposes than anything necessarily deep. Like, we're not religious people, and, you know.
Yeah.
I guess that's about all I can really say on that part, really.
Alright, well, I've only got one more question for you, and it's something that's been racking my brain. It's common knowledge you're not the biggest fan of humanity, but what is Travis Ryan's favourite animal?
Favorite animal? Okay, this is a weird one. I have a fascination with horned toads, southwestern United States horned toads.
Oh, I love toads and frogs.
Yeah, they're mostly in, like, you know, the Southwest. When I was a kid, I had one in my hand, and I turned them over. You know, someone said, "Watch, you turn them over and you rub their belly, and it paralyzes them." I was like, "What?" And then I did it, and it worked. And I was like, "That's just fucking weird. These things are weird. Oh, they shoot blood out of their eyes as a defense and all this stuff." But to be honest, it just comes down to reptiles are not cute. There's hardly anybody out there that thinks they're cute.
I think they're
animals,
cute.
But there's something about this. There's something about these guys that are just, they're so fucking cute. I don't know what it is. That's the only word for it. They're just adorable. And they just have this really funny look on their face that I love. And, you know, honestly, if you were to hold a horned toad in front of me or a koala, I'd probably go for the koala. You know, as far as, like, interacting. But that is one of my favorite animals, and I kind of I can't even explain why necessarily. I just think they're fucking cool. They're rare to find. I haven't even seen one in person and held one since I was a child. So I love them. They're really cool. And that's an answer. I'm sure there's other cooler animals that I love. Sharks. Sharks are badass.
To be fair, shooting
I love horned toads, man. I don't know what it is.
Travis?
Yeah, you there?
Shooting blood out of your eyes is pretty metal.
Well, mostly I can't understand what you're saying.
Shooting blood out of your eyes is quite metal.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's that. Maybe that's got something to do with it.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Travis, for joining me. Cattle Decapitation will be in Sydney this Valentine's Day, February 14th at the factory floor. If I head to the gig, does that mean you're going to be my Valentine?
Maybe. Perhaps.
Who needs another person, right?
Bring some dark chocolates, and we'll see what happens.
Awesome. Thanks, Travis.
Thanks, man. I'll see you soon.
Yeah, good stuff.
Awesome. Take it easy.
You too. See you, buddy. Bye.